Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused the Kremlin of what he calls energy terrorism as Russian troops make few gains on the battlefield. Mr. Zelensky said 4.5 million people were now without power following Russian attacks on its energy network. In recent weeks, Russia has carried out large-scale missile and drone attacks on Ukrainian power facilities. The strikes come as officials say Russian troops are likely to withdraw from the key southern city of Kherson. New footage released by the Russian Defense Ministry of the final inhabitants of Kherson being evacuated ahead of an anticipated push by Ukrainian forces. Imran Khan's party has called for nationwide protests after Pakistan's former Prime Minister was shot and wounded. Mr. Khan is recovering in hospital after being shot in the leg on Thursday at a protest march in Wazirabad in the northeast of the country, an attack which has drawn international condemnation. One person was killed and at least 10 injured in the attack on his convoy. The attack on Mr. Khan has electrified the country, which the cricketer turned politician led until April, when he was ousted by a parliamentary vote of no confidence. China's President Xi Jinping has met with the visiting German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Friday at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. Xi noted that Scholz is the first European leader to visit China after the 20th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, and that it is his first official visit to China as the federal chancellor. Meanwhile, Mr. Scholz urged China to use its influence on Russia to stop the war in Ukraine. The two sides also both vowed to deepen bilateral cooperation in various fields in the future. Foreign powers have hailed the truce signed by the Ethiopian government and Tigrayan leaders to end the brutal war there, but questions remain over whether it will succeed. One refugee who lost everything he had managed to escape from Tigray to Kenya, but had to leave his children behind. He said the cessation of hostilities is unlikely to offer lasting peace.
I don't know what happened to them. It has been 2 years. I haven't heard anything from them. They live around the border with Eritrea, and it's the most unreachable place. No communications, no power, no banking system. I don't know even if they are alive. I feel it may give them a temporary relief, which is good, but I believe it doesn't bring a lasting peace.
Staff at the microblogging company Twitter have started to post online that they believe they have lost their jobs. Here, London's Twitter headquarters with the blinds down and the doors locked. Before long, employees began posting on the social networking platform they were no longer employed at the firm. They're tweeting using the hashtag #LoveWhereYouWorked and a saluting emoji to say they're leaving. It's thought around 50% of staff have been fired in the shake-up since Elon Musk's $44 billion takeover last week.
I'm absolutely sure that Elon Musk he knows what he's doing, and that the change in the company is driven by his goals and what he wants to do with the company. I think those people in the company, those employees, they are in a very tricky situation, because for them it means a significant change to their work lives, significant change to their private lives, and for them it will be a question of whom they're going to be working for in the future and what they want to do with that.
And animal lovers have poured into the Belgian town of Saint-Hubert to attend a yearly animal blessing ceremony organised by the Catholic Church in the Ardennes region.
Elle appelle Rio, que Saint-Hubert te bénisse et te protège. De tout beau.
The Dean of Saint-Hubert's Basilica, Philippe Gus, said the tradition goes back hundreds of years when people sought protection from incurable diseases. After a mass punctuated by choir chants and a hunting horn player's performance, animal owners gathered outside the former Abbey church in the hope their pet would receive the canon's blessing. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.